Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Risky Rise, aka the Risk Taker, aka the Chips Maker, man. We back with another one. Hold on. Today we gonna talk about a topic that everybody wanna know. I've been seeing so many comments about this shit. We gotta break it down. Today's topic is why did Poppa switch sides? Now before we get into all of that, we gotta talk about Poppa's background as far as his origin story and where he come from. Now if y'all didn't know, Poppa is from Riverside. He not from Parkside. So it's like, you gotta understand that before you understand him. Now we gotta speak on Poppa and Qua relationship. Now as y'all know, they have a mutual connection through Poppa's sister. Now Qua, you know what I'm saying, he f***ing around with her and shit. Little relationship, it got deep. She got pregnant, they got a baby. So technically, Poppa and Qua is family. But then again, this the streets. And in the streets, shit happens. Now as y'all know, Poppa always wanted to get down with ATB and M Block. Always. That's always been his dream. He grew up looking up to them niggas just like the rest of the hood. Now Poppa thought just cause him and Qua was cool and they got a little connection that he'd have an easy route in. Qua finally let the nigga come around when they had to go on that bank robbery. But as y'all know, everything ain't go as planned and Poppa ended up in jail. But we gonna get into that a little bit later. But now we gotta talk about one of the main bullet points in Poppa's story, and that's the murder of Lil Mitch. Now if you've been paying attention, Poppa and Lil Mitch had a little run-in over on a 9 in Riverside. This nigga Poppa sold us a weed, got his information, and then he just started serving the nigga from then on. So it was like a mutual connection, and this nigga Lil Mitch ended up letting his guard down, thinking he could trust Poppa. Whole time, he not understanding that Poppa got ulterior motives, and when it was time to open that back door, that nigga Poppa ain't hesitate. With him setting up Lil Mitch to be killed by Qua, he done finally earned his stripes and had a permanent role in the M Block organization. But like I said, his only real reason to be in M Block at that point was because of the bank robbery, so they was still looking forward to that. But that leads me into the Poppa and Sha connection and how everything went wrong. Now Poppa and Sha was two niggas that was never supposed to get cool. Literally, the only reason they even was around each other was because of M Block and because of Qua. Keep in mind, these is two niggas that's not from M Block but ended up on M Block for different reasons. So when them two niggas got together, it was nothing but trouble in their futures. Now of course, this nigga Sha was going on a little store robbery run. That was his little gig. He hitting stores, robbing them, and moving on. He told Poppa about it, got him involved, and of course, Poppa wanna be down and shit, so he started going on little licks with him and shit. Now when this nigga Qua found out, you already know he was heated, so he put a stop to that shit, and he ordered both of them niggas not to do nothing stupid that could jeopardize the bank robbery. But of course, like all young niggas, y'all know them niggas ain't listen, and the last lick they went on changed everything, and I mean everything. While they was in there sticking up the store and Poppa was watching out, he noticed that the police had been called, so of course he got up out of there. This nigga shot panic and shot the store clerk in the back of the head, killing him on the scene. Now of course, this nigga Poppa ain't that fast, so you know he got caught up. Now he done got charged with armed robbery and the murder of a store clerk. And with this nigga Sha nowhere to be found, of course, all the blame fell on Poppa. So now this nigga Poppa in jail, facing a murder and an armed robbery, and it's f***ed up because M Block ain't got no money to get the nigga out. Even after the bank robbery, that nigga Qua then left him in there by himself. But at the same time, that nigga told them niggas not to do that shit. Can't be mad at him. Poppa can only blame himself. Now we gotta briefly talk about Poppa and Brady's connection. Now while this nigga Poppa and Brady was locked up together, of course Brady had to look after Poppa, cause Poppa ain't got no rank in the streets. Niggas don't know Poppa, but everybody know Mr. Face Shot. That nigga Brady been putting belt to ass. I'm talking been since the first generation. You know what I'm saying? Since the first season, everybody know Brady. Brady was like Nino Lil homie in jail, so when that nigga Nino came home, shit, Brady took over. And when Brady went home, that nigga Poppa took over. Now as y'all know, Detective Hunt got killed and the whole police department fell to shambles. So everybody that was locked up ended up getting released and all these charges ended up getting dropped. Yeah, I know, the shit crazy, but sometimes that's how it happen in the streets, bro. Niggas be getting a second chance at this shit. That nigga Poppa came home just like everybody else, but his only flaw was that he ain't come outside on day one. That nigga was in the crib for a couple months, and by the time he finally came outside, niggas was looking at him funny. Now I know y'all wondering how the hell this nigga Poppa end up running with 5% and Coco. Now keep in mind, we ain't never seen this nigga really run with no Riverside niggas. The only time he'd play friendly with them was to sell his little weed or to set a nigga up. But we gotta keep in mind, this ain't the same Poppa from season 1. When Brady left, and Poppa damn near took over the jail, he started connecting with a lot more niggas from Riverside and realized that them Parkside niggas was some snakes. Cause keep in mind, this nigga Qua left him in jail, ain't bail him out, ain't put nothing on his books. That nigga Shaw left him in the store and left him to take both of the charges, especially the murder charge. Y'all already know that's crazy. Brady was cool, but it's like when Brady left him in jail, you know, that shit ended. Like, them niggas never seen each other again. They wasn't cool no more. All he could do was parlay with his Riverside peoples. Now, be real. Can we really be mad at the nigga Poppa? He from Riverside and he running with Riverside niggas. I don't see why everybody's so confused. This shit was bound to happen. So that brings me back to the Poppa and 5% connection. Now, of course, when Detective Hunt died, everybody got released from jail. I'm talking the Taylor Gang niggas, half of the Nino Boy niggas, nigga, the whole 5% outside of Coco. Most of YC came home. Most of Max Mob came home. Like, it was a lot of niggas coming on the streets. But behind them walls, it was a whole different war going on. But while he was locked up, that nigga started fucking with 5%, who wasn't even going by 5% back then. They was just Riverside niggas. Like, when they was booked, it was Riverside versus Parkside at a certain point. And that nigga Poppa had to pick a side. Now, who you think he gonna pick? Some niggas he barely know or niggas that's from his hood? Y'all gotta really think about that shit, bro. Y'all gotta really think about that. Now to the question that everybody wanna know. Why did Poppa switch sides? It's only one real answer to that shit, bro. That nigga switched sides because he ain't had no other choice. He couldn't go back to M Block. No other Parkside gang fuck with him. The Mid-City niggas don't fuck with him. They don't even know him for real. Max Mob, I mean, they cool with him, but they don't really fuck with him like that. The only place he could go to is 5%. That's the only place. Him and Coco, they was cool. He was cool with Pablo from jail. He was cool with M-Thing from jail. So when they came home, they introduced him to Coco and he became Coco number 2. Sometimes that's just how it happened in the streets. I know niggas want a long, drawn out explanation and background story on why this nigga switched sides, but sometimes, bro, it's just as simple as this is where I'm from and this is who I'm riding with. And like I said, bro, the Parkside niggas did him dirty. Let's be real, bro. The Parkside niggas did him dirty, bro. He wasn't supposed to come home and still with them niggas. He was supposed to come home and do what he felt was best. This is what he felt was best. Now keep in mind, a main reason why I say he switched sides is all about positioning. When he was in M Block, what he was, number 10, number 11, it's mad niggas in M Block, let's be honest. Then he not even a thoroughbred M Block nigga, and he not even a thoroughbred Parkside nigga. But when it come to 5%, aka Tent Gang, that nigga Poppa is number 2. Number 2. Don't ever get that confused. That nigga number 2. Even if he was number 3 or 4, it's better than being number 11. So I think for Poppa, it was more of a business move, bro. That, and he got a personal vendetta against Shaw. He don't like that nigga, bro. And I think we really gonna see they beef evolve as the season go on. But yeah, I just had to give y'all niggas a quick little breakdown because I kept seeing that shit in the comments and niggas is confused. And I feel like I ain't really explained the shit in the video through the dialogue. So there you have it, bro. That's the real reason why this nigga Poppa switched sides.